Good morning, everyone. I'm gonna live forever. I'm gonna cross that river. I'm gonna catch you now. You gonna wanna hold me, just like I always told you. You gonna miss me when I'm gone. Nobody will ever find me, but I will always be around. Just like the songs I leave behind me will be forever you and I. Your fathers and mothers, be good to one another. Please try to raise your children right. Don't let the darkness take them. Don't let them feel forsaken. Please drive them safely through the light. Take us home where the lights in the when all the stars fall from the sky. Remember someone really loves you. We'll be forever you and I. I'm gonna live forever. I'm gonna cross that river. I'm gonna get you. Yes, I listen to Vincent here from the silo at the magnificent Honeydew Farm. Yes, magnificent indeed. And you gotta be here to see it, to feel it, to experience the magic that happens in here. Well, as you can see, I'm trying to do my live today. Again, I don't know if it's working. I hope it is. And thanks to everybody that came and subscribed to my YouTube channel. It opened this possibility of changing the name to properly be called Positive Vibrations Always, and allow me to do live. But I just found out that I may not be able to do live with my cell phone yet because I need more subscribers for that. But it will allow me to go live, I guess, if I use a computer and some other stuff. It's complicated a little more, but we'll see how it goes. It's just exciting to be here. Not that the other one I wasn't doing, it was just a matter of 5 minutes after I finished recording the video to just upload to YouTube and share with you guys. So, but here I am. And how are you today? How are you feeling? Are you excited? Are you energized? Hmm? Inspired to make today the best day of your life? Hmm? Maybe you're not quite there yet, which is totally fine. It took me about 4.5 decades to arrive at some sort of understanding that life is really awesome, and the way we choose how to live it is what makes the difference between awesome and not. Talking about awesome and not, I love this song. This is Johnny Cash and the Highwayman. It's a song that I learned about 2 years ago, never heard before. But when I heard the words and the ballad, it reminded me, I don't know, of my dad. You know, of conversations we never had and time we never spent together. But I really liked it. And I'm trying to get it down properly. It's interesting to figure out if this thing is working or not working. Because I'm here talking and recording, and I think it's there. Anyway, so many awesome things are happening to us here, as you know, on an everyday basis. And I made a commitment to come and try to share part of the day and the happenings and the plans so you can follow in this whole process to try to rescue this amazing legacy and live a life beyond our dreams this far away, far, far, far beyond what I have ever been able to dream. And sharing this reality with you is fantastic because if anyone that has been following my channel for a while understands where I came from, and for me to be here today and be able not only to see but to share with people the manifestations of positivity and friendships, achievements, possibilities that are unbelievable. So great because we're in the middle still of a world pandemic with so much uncertainty and so many things going wrong for a lot of people around the world. And in the middle of this chaotic scenario, we are being blessed with so much and good things. Of course, affected everybody, and bad things are happening all over the place. But the amount of good things that are happening to us and how they're happening, being able to share this in a moment of so much desperation and so much suffering, sometimes it feels strange, feels weird that you're sharing, the good things that are happening in the middle of so much bad happening to everyone else. It could feel like we're trying to brag about it, like, oh yeah, your stuff is going great while the world is going down the hill. But it has nothing to do with that. It's simply to show that it's possible, to show that depending on how you shape your mind and interpret what's happening, it can make a huge difference on how your living is going to be. It is actually what shapes your living, right? Mostly in your head, of course, that when things are pretty tough and hitting the fan, and you are in the middle of that turmoil, being affected by the wrong stuff, by the bad stuff, it's much harder to look and see a positive outcome on anything. When you're trying to survive and trying not to drift towards a victimism, because it's very easy, right? It's not because we're just driving that we always drive, you know. The pools are always there, the survival pool and the victim pool. Sometimes, more often than not, we can all drift in there a little bit. That's not a problem. You can go, you can drift a little. We're all human beings and it's okay. It's part of the process. The complicated part is when you spend too much time there, it can really affect how you evolve, how you're able to um, progress. For example, I'm a stress eater, right? But I finally was able to drop 67 pounds. It took me a decade pretty much. I can't really exercise and do many things. But those little uh, Kinder Bueno things, that comes in on a strip of chocolate. Now they have the little ones. Oh man, I can't really have those things because I'm not civilized enough to just go eat one and take 2 bites and a little piece of thing. Usually what I do, I open the whole bag and I grab them and I fill it up my mouth. I indulge. I gotta have a full mouth so I can really taste the stuff. And I did that last night. I did that a few nights ago. My secret is simple. I don't buy. Because if I don't have it, I won't be tempted to get it. Because if I think about it and I know it's there, I will drift towards the bag and eat all of it. But the problem is that when I start on this route, I also think of other stuff, the cheeses and the olives, and then it's downhill. But for me, it will be 11 p.m. or 1 o'clock in the morning, which then is going to sit here for a while, and my 32 pants will be gone. So I have my little system when I drift towards these uncontrollable urges to indulge in deliciousness. I do it. I do it sometimes, not all the time. But then I calculate, okay, I'm going to work so much tomorrow. Like today, I'm recording the video here. before I walk the dogs, because they said, oh my God, I was having technical difficulties to even see myself, but now I do. And so I'm going to walk my dogs and not going to buy any more of these chocolates. So it's very important to understand where your weaknesses may be and the triggers that might help you drift towards the victim mode, the survivor mode, or even if you are just feeling lost away from yourself, from who you really are. Because when you're drifting in those two piles, knowing who you are and why you're doing it is one thing. When you start getting lost and drifting towards, the negative side in either direction, excessive light or darkness, unwillingly, and that's a problem. That's a problem, and we should be able to pay attention and understand. Remember that balance, all the boundaries and the ways you want things to happen in your life. So having this control of your mind, understanding how your brain works, so you can tune it properly, is a very important element on this journey or the recipe to live the best life of your dreams, your best life ever, your best day, because it's all here. It all starts here in your head, in your mind, how you're going to address those things. And if you're, by any chance, for any reason, feeling weird, different, away from yourself, who am I, what's going on, I don't know what's happening, a lot's happening, but I still feel empty or feel weird, come back home, come here, where you know who you are, and open all these buckets of past achievements and happiness and stinky stuff and impossible stuff, especially stinky and impossible, because those are moments where you thought you were weak and you were afraid of maybe not being able to pass through to get to this one. But yet, here you are. You made it through. You made it through. You came, had that strength and that desire to keep going, to live the life of your dreams, to be the best you can be. And only you can do that. It doesn't matter the tools, the hugs, the support anyone may be giving you. But if you don't really have that desire to conquer, to thrive, it ain't gonna happen. Sorry to say, but there is no magic wound or wand, whatever, that's gonna make it um, materialize in front of you just because you want it or you think you deserve it. But you do. But don't forget, what are your contributions to the life you're living today, discounting all the stuff that is beyond your control? And are you willing to pay the price to get there? On this side of things, we will be offering at the Silo a 2-day free workshop called Survivor to Thriver, to get us unstuck. Amazing professionals and awesome people. I will be there too with Hamilton Brower, sharing part of our stories of victim to survivor to thriver and the tools that we use to get here. We didn't really know the tools we're using, they just came instinctively to us. Instinctively? Well, you understand what I mean, right? But with the professionals that are collaborating with us, they explain how we got it. And it's called neuroplasticity. Wow, the art of rewiring your brain. It's amazing, cool stuff. So it's going to start January 22nd. And totally no cost, free for you, thanks to Healthcare Advocates International. They're awesome. And if you are feeling the need, the desire to come to a magic place, to learn some new history for you, or refresh your mind where happiness, positivity abounds, come here, come to the silo, come to Honey Hill Farm, and if you can bring 1 pound of non-perishable food, that will be donated to support New Milford Social Services fight to eradicate hunger in our town, I will be tremendously, tremendously happy because we're also supporting the achievement of the United Nations 17 Sustainable Development Goals. We are focused on number 1 and 2, which is eradication of extreme poverty and hunger. An empty stomach feeds a very dangerous mind, and I have a few bullet wounds and stab wounds here to validate that for you. But the main point is that if we come together, we can make it happen. We can definitely make this world better, our lives better, everything better. Yeah, I know. We can get there. You're going to meet my daughter soon, and she said, Daddy, yesterday you didn't ask people to subscribe to your YouTube channel. I will be streaming in Facebook, YouTube, and other places as soon as I can. But if you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, it will help a lot. It is growing, it's coming, people are interacting. I'm figuring out new tools that will allow me to bring people on screen so we can share things, and I can then do live anytime of day I want, you want. And please understand that I'm here sharing my thoughts, my ideas, the experiences that happen in my life. If you believe it helps you or anyone that you know that may be going through some hard times and looking for some alternative tools, you want to share my page, please do that. It's now youtube.com/positive vibrations always. Yeah, it's working. I'm going to continue my trying to learn to play this awesome guitar. Now I'm going to walk my dogs, and hopefully this live stuff worked. I will check, and I'll be back tomorrow. Try to be every day. In the meantime, have a fantabulous, fantabulous day, filled with love, happiness, and a tremendous desire to pay the price, to move forward, to do what it takes to finally live the life of your dreams. Thank you very much. Let me see if it worked.